Test, test. It looks like it's working. And hey, y'all, welcome back to the garage. Welcome back to the channel. And before I get started, be sure to go down there, hit that like button, you know, that one, and be sure to hit that subscribe while you're at it. And we're going to jump right into these cars. The Chevelle is cool. I was 15, 16 years old. As a matter of fact, it was a 67 Chevelle that I was gonna buy before I bought my 69 Camaro. So I've always been a fan of these cars. These were very popular. This is what you would call a street fighter. Wouldn't have been in that hot rod category, but you know, this would have been street muscle performance. And this Chevelle is a really great example. And we're going to go over and I'm going to tell you why. And the first reason being is that it's a super sport and everybody kind of wanted the super sport. It was already fitted with the Krager SS wheels. This was probably one of the hottest wheels you could find, starting in probably about the late 70s through the 80s into the 90s. As a matter of fact, you guys have all seen my shop truck. It's the exact same wheels I have on my shop truck. So we have drum brakes in the rear. This is a 12-bolt differential. We have disc brake in the front, which is really nice. It says it's a 396, but in all reality, that is a 454 with Brodak cylinder heads. It's got a fluid dampener, harmonic balancer on it. It's got a nice flywheel. It's got a Muncie 4-speed. We just put a brand new clutch in it. Took care of a bunch of carburation problems, bunch of timing problems. But big block power. We got a 4-speed, disc brakes in the front, drums in the rear, posi track, 12-bolt. The original interior hasn't had a bunch of switches and everything all put in it. The wiring is super clean. And the only thing besides the Hurst shifter and the floor for the 4-speed is the sun tack, which is very period correct. Every one of us had one of those tachometers. And then at the very end of the car, there is a 411 rear end in here, which really makes this the street fighter. I mean, out on the highway, it's winding out about 3,000 RPMs at 70 miles an hour, but good luck beating a car from one stoplight to the next in this. But of all the muscle cars that have come through so far, I think this one really represents the 1980s and the early 1990s for what you would have found out in the muscle car street scene and at all your cruises and illegal street drags, and then just street light racing from one stoplight to the next. And then the 59 Impala, well, that's here for a laundry list of things, but we're going to be putting the air ride on this car. We're going to be doing a 4-way adjustable so that you can move each position as you want to. There's a lot of underhood repair that needs to be done and dressing up that you guys have seen me do before, but this is a really nice example of a 59 Impala. So I got a little bit of traveling to do coming this week, but when I get back, I'm going to be starting on the Impala. Then some other news is I'm going to be moving shops to a much larger facility, which I'm really excited about. If I get a chance to get over there and shoot some video of it, I'll do so, but they're in there doing some electrical work and all sorts of lighting work and reconditioning work from the last tenant that was there. But that's going to be coming up really soon. A lot more room for a lot more cars.